Good evening. Today we'll start the polar plots. I hope you are all solved problems in Bode plots. Some problems you may not solve related to gain margin, phase margin. That you can able to solve by completion of polar and Nyquist plots. Okay. Polar plots. Polar plots. Purpose. Purpose. First, actually, strictly speak, polar plots are not required. Directly, we can go by Nyquist plots. But unless until if we are able to draw the polar plots, then only we can draw the Nyquist plots. So first, you should know how to draw the polar plots. So then Nyquist plots becomes very easy. So polar plots also very, very important to draw the especially Nyquist plots. So, but questions wise, if you see, most of the questions they'll ask in only Nyquist plots. Rare cases they are asking the questions in polar plots. Okay. So right. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Power problem is there. 1 minute. Sorry for disturbance. There is a power problem. That's why we require to discuss. This is running through inverters. Okay. Right. Write it. Polar plot. Purpose. First one. To draw the frequency response of open loop transfer function. To draw the frequency response of open loop transfer function. G of s, h of s equal G of s, h of s. Next, to find closed loop stability. To find closed loop stability. Third one. To find range of k value for system stability. Range of k value for system stability. Next, to find gain margin and phase margin. To find gain margin and phase margin. To find relative stability. To find relative stability. This is the purpose of polar plots. Okay. First of all, what is a polar plot? Anybody? What is a polar plot? It is a polar plot is a frequency domain analysis. Polar plot is a frequency domain analysis which consists the magnitude versus phase plot. Magnitude versus phase plot. It consists the magnitude versus phase plot. Magnitude versus phase plot. Okay. So it is simply magnitude versus phase plot by magnitude. So we'll draw the polar plot so that you will get the idea. And one more thing, be remember, polar plot is not a complete frequency response plot. Polar plot is not a complete frequency response plot. Not a complete frequency, not a complete frequency response plot. Not a complete frequency response. The frequency range for the polar plot is the frequency range for polar plot is the frequency range for the polar plot is 0 to infinity. Whereas for Nyquist plot, frequency range is minus infinity to plus infinity. There actually, why taken minus infinity to plus infinity means their encirclement concept will come. We want a complete closed path. Negative imaginary we have to consider, positive imaginary we have to consider. That's why it will come plus or minus infinity. That will come in the Nyquist plots. First, I'll draw the Nyquist plot. First, I'll draw the polar plot, how it is, so that you'll get the idea at least. So, I'll draw the polar plot first. Okay. First, I'll draw the polar plot. See the polar plot. I hope if you know well and good, if you don't, at least observe it how the polar plot is. If you right. Just observe it. It is a polar plot. Right. So these are the lines. Actually, total 360 lines will be there. This is 0 degrees. This is 0 degrees as well as plus or minus 360 degrees. Like for example, this is one more line we'll draw. Right. This is for example 25 degrees, 45 degrees, or 20 degrees, 50 degrees, 20 degrees, 50 degrees. Like this is plus 90 degrees, minus 270 degrees. Here plus or minus 180 degrees. This is minus 90 plus 270. Actually, in the polar plot, if you observe, there is negative angles as well as positive angles. As well as circles are there, small circles. Circles are there. 1 minute. Right. Like these circles are there. Two, three, four, five, six. Like this. Like these circles are there. So this is the polar plot. Actually, if you observe the polar plot, it is like this only. And for every 1 degree, one line will be there. So first I'll take one problem to understand this. Okay. Draw the polar plot. Draw the polar plot for g of s, h of s equal to 1 by s. Draw the polar plot. Draw the polar plot. Draw the polar plot. For GHS, g of s, h of s equal to 1 by s. 1 by s. So first s replaced by j omega. S replaced by j omega. So that is gh of j omega equal to 1 by j omega. So magnitude is 1 by omega. Magnitude 1 by omega. Phase is minus angle of 1 by angle of j omega. Angle of 1 by angle of j omega. Then phase equal to how much? Angle of 1, 0. Angle of j omega is minus 90. Here, this is linear scale only. Magnitude is linear scale, 1 by omega only. We don't apply 20 log. We don't apply 20 log. It is 1 by omega only. Phase angle is 1 by 90 only. Now, phase angle is minus 90. 1 by 90 minus 90. Now, we have to draw the tabular form. Omega, magnitude, and this is the standard procedure. This is the standard procedure. Standard procedure is not worked out for the competitive exams. But first 2-3 problems I'll solve standard procedure so that you will get the idea how to draw the polar plot. After that, I'll tell the simple shortcut how to draw the directly polar plot. Okay, na? Okay. Okay, no problem. You listen carefully. If you have doubt, you can ask. No need to worry. Okay, na? Relative stability. Anywhere gain margin, phase margin we are finding means we can find the relative stability. Okay, na? Gain margin, phase margin we are finding. Gain margin, phase margin mainly to check the relative stability only. Polar plot we can find relative stability as well as Nyquist plots as well as Bordeaux plots we can find the relative stability. Even root locus poles path we know, that's why directly we can find the relative stability. Okay, right. Now listen, omega 0, what is the magnitude? Tell. Omega 0, magnitude infinity. Phase angle how much? Minus 90. So omega 1, magnitude is 1. Substitute here in the magnitude. Omega 1, magnitude 1. Angle is minus 90. Omega 2, magnitude 0.5. Angle is minus 90. So omega is randomly some values you select. Omega 5. So 1 by 5, 0.2. Angle is minus 90. So omega 10. So omega 10. How much? Tell. 0.1. Omega 10. 0.1. Angle is minus 90. Infinity 0. Angle is minus 90. Infinity 0. Angle is minus 90. Minus 90. So this is the tabular form. Now this value you have to represent in the polar plot. First this value you have to represent in the polar plot. So first omega 0, infinity minus 90. First you have to select the angle line. Angle is minus 90. So on minus 90 degrees line, on this line, where is the magnitude of infinity? Out of observe. Magnitude infinity cannot represent in the polar plot or any plot. Still you want, we can draw to this horizontal line. I can write omega 0, magnitude infinity. Because here no circle, na? That's why I written omega 0, magnitude infinity at the angle of minus 90. Next, omega 1, magnitude 1, angle minus 90. Here we have to represent the magnitudes. So that's why we have to assign the values to the circle. For example, each unit circle I consider 0.2. Each unit circle I consider 0.2, for example. Okay, this is 0.2 first one. Next 0.4. Next 0.6. Next 0.8. Next 1. This is 1.2, for example. Now omega 1 on minus 9. Total around the circle, the magnitude is 1 only. Total 360 degrees, magnitude 1 only. Omega 1, magnitude 1, angle minus 90. On minus 90, where is the magnitude of 1? This is the point of magnitude of 1. We have to represent it. This is the point of magnitude of 1. So minus 90, magnitude 1. Magnitude 1. Here also 1, here also 1. Next, omega 2, 0.5. 0.5 means here. So between 0.4 to 0.5. On minus 9, on minus 90, magnitude of 0.5. Next, omega 5, 0.2, 0.2 minus 9. On minus 90, where is 0.2? This is the point. Next, omega 10, 0.1 means inside here, somewhere on minus 90. Omega infinity, minus 90, 0. That means here, 0 is a center point. Now, join all these points. Just join it. Join it. And give the arrow. Give the arrow. This is becomes a polar plot. This is standard procedure. So omega infinity. Polar plot should be start at omega 0. Polar plot should be start at omega 0, end at omega infinity. Polar plot should be start at omega 0, end at infinity. End at infinity. This is the standard procedure of drawing the polar plot. So all the plots we should draw like this only. Okay, now, so we can draw many circles. So, but draw it 4-5 circles and take the each unit circle is 0.2. Okay, each unit circle point. I draw here 6 circles. You can draw it whatever the circle. If you draw the 10 circles in case, we can take 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 up to 10. But not required enough. Just for idea sake only, I drawn this graph sheet. This is the polar graph sheet actually. Just for idea sake, I draw. Most of the people, they don't see the, it been BTech, they did not see the what? This polar graph. That's why I drawn polar graph sheet. Next, one more problem. One more problem. We'll draw on the, we'll draw by standard procedure only. Draw the polar plot. How to find stability, that I'll discuss later. First, we'll learn drawing the polar plot. Draw the polar plot. Once you are able to draw the polar plot, Nyquist plots, easily you can draw it. G of S, H of S equal to 1 by S tau plus 1. 1 by S tau plus 1. 1 by S tau plus 1. Come on, draw it. First, S replaced by J omega. Write the magnitude and phase. S replaced by J omega. So, G H of J omega equal to 1 by J omega tau plus 1. 1 by J omega tau plus 1. Now, write the magnitude. So, magnitude equal to 1 by root of omega tau whole square plus 1. Write the phase angle. So, angle of 1 by angle of J omega tau plus 1. So, that equal to what? Minus angle 1, 0. So, minus tan inverse of omega tau. Angle 1 is 0. Angle of J omega tau plus 1 is what? Minus tan inverse. Not tan inverse of imaginary part by real part. Tan inverse omega tau by 1 means minus tan inverse of omega tau. Okay. Now, come on, draw the plot. Draw the tabular form. Omega magnitude phase. Okay. Omega 0. What is the magnitude tell? 1. What is the phase angle tell? Omega 0 means what is the phase angle? 0 degrees. Omega 1 by tau. To get cancelled this tau, I taken omega 1 by tau. So that you'll get the numerical magnitude. Otherwise, you'll get the value of magnitude in terms of tau. So omega 1 by tau. 1 by tau means what is the magnitude? Tell. 0.707. Angle is minus 45 degrees. Minus 45 degrees. Omega 2 by tau. 2 by tau means 0.44. 0.44. What is the magnitude? Tell. Minus 63 degrees. Omega 5 by tau. 5 by tau. So 0.19. So phase angle is minus 78 degrees. You want to calculate it. Just you substitute here and substitute in the phase angle. Omega 10 by tau. So what is the drawback with standard procedure? Tell. You have to calculate. Calculator is essential. Then only we can calculate. Otherwise, it is not possible. If we go for IES objective, calculator not allowed, then how can you draw it? That is the problem. That's why we'll go by one shortcut procedure. So after solving another two problems, we'll go by shortcut procedure. So that directly we can draw the polar plot without much calculations. Okay, na? But any doubt comes na, you go by the standard procedure. Standard virtual calculator is there in the GATE exam. You can go by standard procedure. Nothing wrong. Okay, na? So now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. Come on. So first this is 0 degrees. Omega 1. Omega 0. Omega 0 means magnitude 1 on 0 degrees. This is 0 degrees. Na? Magnitude 1 represent on 0 degrees. So this is the magnitude is 1. So this is omega 0. See, omega 0, magnitude 1 on 0 degrees. This is 0 degrees. Next, you draw a line of minus 45 degrees. Instead of drawing the circles and all that, simple way of drawing is draw a line of minus 45. This is minus 45. Na? This is minus 45 degrees. Draw a line of minus 45 degrees. Draw a line of minus 45 degrees. On minus 45 degrees, the magnitude is 0.707. The magnitude is 0.707. On minus 0.45 degrees, minus 45 degrees. So the magnitude is 0.707. Next, omega 2 by tau. 2 by tau means what is the angle? Minus 63 degrees. You draw a line of minus 63. On minus 63 degrees, what is the magnitude? 0.44. So for example here, 0.44. 0.44. Next, omega 5 by tau. Omega 5 by tau. 5 by tau. 5 by tau means what is the angle? Minus 78 degrees. On minus 78 degrees, the magnitude is what? 0.19. 0.19. Next, 10 by tau. Minus 84 degrees. Minus 84 degrees. So 0.1. 0.1. Next, minus 90. 0. 0. Now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. Draw the plot. So give the direction. Clockwise. Here omega infinity. Magnitude 0. Give the direction. Clockwise. This is clockwise only, na? This is the clockwise. This is the polar plot. So like this is the standard procedure. First you have to draw this is the negative angles, na? Negative angle downwards. Positive angle means upward. This is 0, minus 90, minus 180. This is the negative angles. Okay. This is the polar plot. But this method drawback is what? Calculations. Calculator compulsory essence. If 3-4 terms are there, it takes a lot of time. That's why this procedure not useful for the what? Objective type exams. Another two problems I'll solve. Then after that I'll go by shortcut. Next problem. Draw the polar plot. Draw the polar plot for g of s, h of s equal to s plus 1 by s plus 10. Actually, this transfer function is of lead compensator. It will come compensators, no need to worry. It is related to lead compensator. It will come by at the end we'll discuss lead or it is a high pass filter. Lead compensator is a high pass filter. High pass filter. Come on, do it. S replace same standard procedure. S replaced by j omega. So gh of j omega equal to j omega plus 1 by j omega plus 10. Write the magnitude. Root of omega square plus 1 by omega square plus 100. Write the phase angle. So what I will get? Tan inverse omega by tan inverse omega by 10. What I can write? Tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 10. Now write the tabular form. Now write the tabular form. Omega magnitude. Come on. So what happened? Omega 0, 1, 2, 5, 10, infinity. Calculate the magnitudes and phase. Come on. Calculate the magnitudes and phase. So omega 0, what is the magnitude? Tell 0.1. So omega 0, what is the phase angle? Tell 0 degrees. Omega 1. So what is the magnitude? Tell omega 1 means. You calculate the magnitude, I think 0.14. 0.14. Phase angle you tell. So 39 degrees you will get. Omega 2. 0.22 you will get, I think. This is 0.14. .22. 52 degrees. Omega 5. 0.44. 52 degrees. Omega 10. 0.71. Omega infinity 0. So angle here omega infinity substitute infinity means tan inverse infinity 90. Here also 90. 90 minus 0. So now draw the polar plot. Now draw the polar plot. So draw the polar plot. Omega 0, 0 degrees. On 0 degrees, magnitude of what? 0.1. Omega 0. On 0 degrees, magnitude is 0.1. Omega 1. So plus 39. You draw a line of plus 39 degrees. On which magnitude is 0.14. Next, omega 2 plus 52 degrees, on which the magnitude is 0.22. Next, omega 5, same 52 only. But what is the magnitude? 0.44. Next, omega 10, 39. This is the 39 degrees now. In the graph sheet, the lines already is there. For every 1 degree, one line is there. But we cannot draw graph sheet now. So that's why in the exam also roughly they'll give. So they don't give these values also. Shape of the plot only required here. So 39 degrees. What is the magnitude? 0.71. So omega infinity. Omega infinity means magnitude 1. Omega infinity magnitude 1. Yes or no? omega infinity, magnitude is 1. Why? Because here numerator order equal to denominator order, na? Dekho magnitude at omega infinity. What you have to take? Infinity by infinity will get. Then it is not defined. That's why you have to take omega common. L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule. If you take omega common, numerator omega common, if you take what I will get, tell 1 plus 1 by omega square. Denominator also omega square, take it common, it become omega. So denominator what I will get, 1 plus 100 by omega square. Omega cancel. Omega infinity, 1 by infinity 0, 1 by infinity 0. So root 1 by 1 means 1. So that means magnitude is 1 at omega infinity. Join all these points, then it will become a polar plot. Join all these points, then it will become a polar plot. So this is the plot. Give the direction. What is the direction? Clockwise. This is the polar plot for the what? Lead compensator or high pass filter. Why it is called high pass filter means as the frequency increase, magnitude देखो increasing. High pass filter means as the frequency increase, magnitude increasing. देखो 0.1, infinity 1. That's why it is called high pass filter. Why it is called lead angle means lead compensator means because it is giving the positive angle. What is the angle here? Positive angles. So positive angle gives, then we can say it is a what? Lead compensator. Lead compensator. Because it is giving a positive angle, it is called a lead compensator. Okay, na? Next, one more problem. Lag compensator. Draw the polar plot. Last problem for standard procedure. Draw polar plot for g of s h of s equal to s plus 10 by s plus 1. Come on, do it. You try. Come on. S replaced by j omega. Gh of j omega equal to j omega plus 10 by j omega plus 1. Then magnitude equal to root of omega square plus 100 by omega square plus 1. Phase angle equal to tan inverse of simply angle of j omega plus 10 by angle of j omega plus 1. That equal to minus tan inverse of omega plus tan inverse of omega by 10. This is the phase plot. Now finally omega magnitude 0, 1, 2, 5. So omega 0, magnitude is 10. Phase angle is 0 degrees. Omega 1, what is the magnitude? 7.1. What is the angle? You calculate minus 39. It is a lag compensator. It is a lag or low pass filter. Lag compensator or low pass filter. LPF means low pass filter. Omega 2. So 4.5. Angle is minus 52 degrees. 5. 2.2. Angle is minus 52 degrees. 10. 1.4. Angle is minus 39 degrees. Infinity 1. Omega infinity means 1. Then 0 degrees. Here she observed as the frequency increasing, magnitude reducing. That's why it is called low pass filter. And the angles is negative. That's why it is called lag compensator. Angle is negative. That's why it is called lag compensator. It is called a lag compensator. Okay. Right. Now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. Draw the plot. So what is the plot? Come on, draw it, all of you. Draw it. Try karo. Draw. Draw it. 0. So magnitude. At magnitude 0 degrees. Magnitude is 10. 0 degrees. Magnitude is 10. And here magnitude 10. Here omega 0. Next omega 1 minus 39 degrees. So draw a line of minus 39 degrees. On which the magnitude is 7.1. Next omega 2 minus 52 degrees. On which magnitude is 4.5. Little bit. Okay, no problem. Next again 5, 2.2. Here 2.2. Next 1.4. 1.4. Omega 10, 1.4 minus 39. Next infinity 1, magnitude 1. Join this, then you will get the polar plot. Join this. Join this and give the direction. Give the direction. So this is called the polar plot for lag compensator. So lead means positive angle upward, lag means negative angle downwards. So like this you have to draw the plot. Now we'll discuss a shortcut procedure to draw the plot. Listen, all of you carefully listen, try to understand. 1 or 2 problems if you solve, you can able to draw it. Procedure to draw the polar plot. Procedure to draw polar. But whatever the procedure we are discussing, it is valid for only the magnitude at omega equal to 0 greater than or equal to the magnitude at omega equal to infinity. For each and every problem, we have to find the magnitude at 0, magnitude at infinity. Magnitude at 0 should be greater always. Then only this procedure valid. So this procedure valid only in this case. That's why first what I will say, the following procedure is not valid. The following procedure is not valid if magnitude at omega 0 less than magnitude at infinity, Guruji. Be remember. The following procedure is not valid if the magnitude at omega 0 less than magnitude at infinity, like high pass filters. Our control systems are low pass filters. 99.99% they'll ask low pass filter only. Just any by mistake, if you ask any question on high pass filter, like if you drawn for high pass filter, na like this, you go by standard procedure. So whenever the question belong, how to identify high pass, low pass means just verify these magnitudes. At omega infinity magnitude more means it is a high pass filter. At omega infinity magnitude is more means it is a high pass filter. So when this case occurs means, even the, I will tell that also. This case may occurs. This case may occurs if transfer function consists of, first one, only zeros. If case transfer function consists only zeros, no poles at all, only zeros, then compulsory draw a plot by standard procedure. Don't use the shortcut procedure. Only zeros are there, the plot should be constructed by just like high pass filter standard procedure. Second case, any zero at origin. If you see zero at origin, then also draw by standard procedure. Zero at origin means omega 0, omega infinity means infinity. That's why zero at origin means draw by standard procedure. Third one, if number of poles less than or equal to number of zeros. Number of poles less than or equal to number of zeros. Then verify the magnitude. At omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity. Then verify the magnitude at omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity. In above three cases, if magnitude at omega equal to 0, M means magnitude. If magnitude at omega 0 less than magnitude at infinity, then draw the plot by using standard procedure. Then draw the polar plot by using standard procedure. Like high pass filter. HPF means high pass filter. So like in these three cases, draw a plot by standard procedure. In these three cases, draw plot by standard procedure. standard procedure. Okay, na? Right. Now shortcut procedure we'll discuss. Okay. Right. The following procedure. Better we'll write in the next page. The following procedure valid only the magnitude at omega equal to 0 greater than or equal to the magnitude at omega equal to infinity. The following procedure is valid only when magnitude at omega equal to 0 greater than or equal to the magnitude at omega equal to infinity. Okay, na? So once it is satisfied, how to check? I'll tell. We'll solve the problems. Na? Each and every problem will check the magnitude. No need to worry. Step 1. Find the magnitude and phase. Find the magnitude and phase. Magnitude and phase at omega equal to 0 and omega equal to infinity. Find magnitude and phase at omega equal to 0 and at omega equal to infinity. Step 2. So you have to calculate, that is what? M1 pi 1, M2 pi 2. So just you have to calculate M1 pi 1 and M2 pi 2. At omega 0 magnitude phase, at omega infinity magnitude phase you have to find. Next one. This is very important. Direction of the polar plot decided by largest tantrums in the phase angle pi. Listen, direction of the polar plot decided by tantrums in the phase angle pi. Direction of the polar plot. Direction of the polar plot decided by direction of the polar plot decided by tantrums in the phase angle pi. Tantrums in the pi. Constant term never decide the direction. Constant term never decide the direction. For example, see, I'll take minus 90 degrees. For example, omega 0, anything change here angle? No. Omega 1, anything change? No. That means what? Constant term never decide the direction. If I write minus tan inverse omega, for example, forget this. What is the direction? Tell. What is the minus tan inverse omega direction? What is the direction of negative tan? Tell. Omega 0 means 0 degrees. Omega 1 means minus tan inverse 1. That means what? Minus 45 degrees. Omega 1 means here 0 degrees. Omega 1 means 0 degrees. Okay, na 0 degrees. Omega 1 means minus 45. That means it is coming to minus 45 like this. Omega 2 means minus 63. That means still it is coming to left. Omega 5 minus 84. That means which direction it is moving? What is this direction? Clockwise direction. Negative tantrum. Negative tantrum. Push the plot in the clockwise direction. Negative tantrum. Shift the plot in clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Clockwise. Then clockwise direction. Negative tantrum. Push the plot in clockwise direction. Clockwise. Clockwise direction. Negative tantrum always push the plot in clockwise direction. Positive tandem, in case I'll put here plus aya, what happened? What happened? Tell. So I put it here plus omega 0, 0. Omega 1 plus 45 degrees. That means it moves upward. Omega 2 plus 63. Omega 5 plus 78. That means which direction it is moving? Anti-clockwise direction. This is the what? Positive tandem. This is positive tandem. Positive tandem. Push the plot in what? Which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. So negative positive tan anti-clockwise. Negative tan clockwise. Be remember. So just you have to identify which terms are dominated, negative tan or positive tan. Based on that, the direction is decided. Negative tan clockwise, positive tan anti-clockwise. So write that one. What will write? The direction of the polar plot decided by tan terms in the phase angle pi. If negative tan value is more, if negative tan value is more, then direction is clockwise. Then the direction is clockwise. If positive tan value large, more, then direction is anti-clockwise. Okay, na? Direction is anti-clockwise. So be remember, here main thing you need to identify the directions only. Which tandem is dominated, that we have to identify. Next step 3. Next step 3. Okay. Step 3. Step 3, 4 only more important. Starting direction. Starting direction or initial direction, whatever it is. Starting direction. Starting direction. The starting direction decided by largest tandem in the phase angle pi. Starting direction, it is decided by largest tandem. In phase angle pi. It is decided by largest tandem in phase angle pi. In phase angle pi. Largest tandem in the phase angle pi. Okay? Phase angle pi. So listen. If positive tan value large, positive tan value large, then which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. I'll give example. Wait. Anti-clockwise direction. If negative tan is large, then clockwise direction. For example, I'll take pi equal to, for example, minus 270. This not consider. Never think about the what? Never think about the constant phase angles. You don't think the constant phase angle. Constant phase angle, don't think it. For example, I'll write minus tan inverse omega plus tan inverse omega by 2 plus tan inverse omega by 4 or something omega by 3 like this. Like these terms are there, for example. Here, which tan term is dominated? Which tan term is more? Negative tan or positive tan? Which tan is more? If it's substitute omega value, which tan term is more? Negative, negative, correct, very good. Negative is more. Negative tan value is more. For example, omega is large or omega by 2 large? Individual comparison. Individual comparison. There may be 10 positive tan terms in material. Individual comparison, just individual comparison. Which is more, you have to identify. So, omega large or omega by 2 large or omega by 3 large? Omega large. Omega large means negative tan large. Negative tan large means what is the direction? Clockwise. The direction is clockwise. Got it now? In case here positive put it, all are positive. That means the direction is what? Anti-clockwise. The direction is anti-clockwise. So got it now, I think. I hope you got it. So just you have to identify which tan is large. Which tan is large, you have to identify. Which tan value is large, you have to identify. That's all. So among the individual comparison, individual omega, just observe the function. Omega large or omega by 2 large, omega by 3 large. That's all. Omega large, omega is a negative tan term, minus tan inverse omega. So minus tan term large. So direction is clockwise. That's all. Starting direction decided by like this. Next, step 4, ending direction. Ending direction. Ending direction. Ending direction. So for ending direction, just count the number of poles and zeros in the S-plane, in the phase angle pi. For ending direction, count the number of positive and negative tan terms. Positive and negative tan terms. Generally, positive tan you will get for the what? Zeros. Negative tans you will get for the poles. Sorry, whatever it is. Just count the number of positive and negative tan terms. For ending direction, count the number of positive and negative tan terms. In the phase angle pi. In the phase angle pi. For ending direction, count the number of positive and negative tan terms in the phase angle pi. In the phase angle pi. Okay, na? Phase angle pi. Positive, negative tan terms in the phase angle pi. For example, here count it. Which are more? If negative tan terms more, if negative tan terms more, tan terms more, then what is the direction? Then clockwise direction. If positive tan terms more, then anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. If positive tan terms more, then anti-clockwise direction. Negative tan terms more, then clockwise direction. Then clockwise direction. Together. In case number of positive and negative tan terms are same, then construct the plot by using the starting direction. If number of positive tan terms equal to negative tan terms then draw the plot by using only starting direction. Starting direction. That's all. Okay, na? So if you both are same, then draw the plot by using the starting direction. Now listen. If you take before problem, listen here. Listen, Bhaiya. For example, if you take this problem. Here, which tan term is large? Positive tan equal to negative tan here. Both are same. Which tan term large? Omega large or omega by 10 large? Omega large. That means what is the direction? Clockwise. Here, what is the direction? Clockwise. That means it is valid for the what? Low pass filters. It is valid for the what? Low pass filters. Yes or no? Yes or no? Which tan? Negative tan. Yes or no? Step 2, step 3. Step 2 is what? Just for idea's sake. Step 2 is just for idea's sake. 3 and 4 is more important. 3 and 4 is more important. Okay? 3 and 4 is more important. Here what happened? You have to observe the largest tan term. Step 3, what I told? Just direction decided by tan terms I told. I didn't discuss the what? Largest tan you have to observe for starting direction. Na? This is starting direction. 3 and 4. This is just for idea sake only. Step 2 for just idea. That's all. But main here 3 and 4. 1, 3, 4 is more important. Okay, next. For example, if you see this problem. So what happened? Negative tan clockwise. Here positive tan. Which tan large here? Positive tan. Positive tan large means what is the direction? Anti-clockwise. But what is there here? Clockwise. That means our procedure not valid for the what? Lead compensator or high pass filters. Shortcut procedure not valid. Whenever plot is moving away from the zero, this is origin. Na? Plot is moving away from zero like this, moving away from zero like this, then immediately the mind should be strike that you should draw the plot by standard procedure. Plot should be always move towards the zero only, towards the zero. Then our procedure is valid. Plot should move only towards the zero. Then our procedure is valid. We remember. So our procedure valid for only low pass, band stability, but it is not valid for the what? High pass filters. It is not valid for high pass. Except high pass, it is valid for all the problems. Okay, na? Right. Now we'll solve the problems. First problem. Draw the polar plot. For g of s, h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1. Come on. Come on. S replaced by j omega. Gh of j omega equal to 1 by j omega plus 1. Magnitude equal to 1 by root of omega square plus 1. Phase angle equal to angle of 1 by angle of j omega plus 1. That equal to minus tan inverse of omega. Minus tan inverse of omega. Negative tan term minus tan inverse omega. See here. Now listen. There is no only negative tan term, means directly no starting direction, no ending direction, nothing. just only negative tan clockwise direction. Only negative tan. Because even if you observe starting also negative tan clockwise, ending also negative tan clockwise, only negative tan. So clockwise. Next, omega 0. What is the magnitude? Come on, substitute here omega 0. Magnitude 1. Phase angle 0 degree. Substitute here omega 0. Phase angle 0. Omega infinity. Come on, omega infinity substitute. What is the magnitude? 0. What is the phase angle? Tell. Minus 90. Our condition satisfied or not? The magnitude at omega 0 greater than what? The magnitude at infinity. That means satisfied. Always check the magnitudes. Always check the magnitude, put the tick mark. So that what happens? We can identify either our procedure valid or not. In case ending magnitude is more, then our procedure not valid. Equal to also valid, but it should not be less. Now draw the plot. Come on, draw the plot. Where it starts 0 degrees. What is the magnitude at 0 degrees? 1. 0 degrees. Where it ends? Minus 90 degrees. What is the magnitude here? 0. Omega is infinity. Omega infinity. Omega 0, magnitude 1. Omega infinity, magnitude 0. Now which direction? Clockwise. It should move in clockwise direction like this. And where it should be end? Minus 90. Means this is minus 90. Magnitude of what? 0. That means here it should be end. Like this. Starting, ending here represent. Direction clockwise means downwards. End at what? Minus 90, 0. Like this, make it dark. Now join these two in the clockwise direction. Join these two in the clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. That's all. With the clockwise direction. Okay, na? This, you can draw even you want, you draw like this, nothing wrong. You draw like this, nothing wrong. That depends on just a scale on it. You can draw, it is also correct. But don't draw like this. Don't draw like this. If you draw like this, what happens? They'll treat that starting angle also 0 degrees, ending also 0 degrees. This is wrong. If you want to draw like this, it is also correct. That's all. This is the polar plot. Next problem. Second problem. Draw the polar plot. GH of S equal to 1 by S plus 1, S plus 2. Come on, do it. Come on, S replaced by J omega. Write the magnitude. GH of first we'll draw for the poles. Next we'll draw for the what? Zeros, like that. In order we'll go. So that there are the conclusion. That conclusion is also important. J omega plus 1, J omega plus 2. Write the magnitude. 1 by root of omega square plus 1 root of omega square plus 4. Phase angle minus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2. Minus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2. Direction is clockwise because negative tan direction clockwise. Now omega 0, what is the magnitude tell? Omega 0, put it 0.5. Angle of what? 0 degrees. Omega infinity, what is the magnitude tell? 0. What is the angle tell? Omega infinity means 0. What is the angle tell? Minus 180 degrees. Satisfied our condition because omega 0 magnitude more than omega infinity, na? Satisfied our condition. Now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. So where it starts? 0 degrees. What is the magnitude? 0.5. Where it end? Minus 180. What is the magnitude? 0. So like this. Now increase the direction. Clockwise. This is the polar plot. Starting 0 degrees, magnitude 0.5, ending minus 180, magnitude 0. And here they are asking the questions like intersection point with minus 90. This point they are asking. What is the intersection point with minus 90? What is the magnitude? What is the phase angle? We know. They are asking the, generally most of the time they are asking in terms of even rectangular coordinates. What is the intersection point with minus 90 degrees? They are asking. Come on, calculate it. Intersection point with minus 90. Come on. Intersection point with minus 90. Intersection point with minus 90. With minus 90 degrees. How to find? Simply angle GH equal to minus 90. Angle GH of J omega equal to minus 90. So minus 90 equal to minus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2. Minus tan inverse omega by 2. All minus make it plus. All minus make it plus. Then 90 equal to tan inverse of omega plus omega by 2 divided by 1 minus omega square by 2. Then tan 90, how much? Infinity. Infinity means denominator term tell 0 na? Infinity means denominator term should make equal to 0. That means 1 minus omega square by 2 equal to 0 means what is omega? Root 2. Omega is root 2 radians per second. That means what happened? At this point, the frequency equal to root 2 radians per second. But intersection point is not the frequency. It is a magnitude at that frequency. Intersection point is magnitude at that frequency. Now write the magnitude. Magnitude at omega equal to root 2 you find. What is the magnitude? Already we written 1 by. Substitute omega equal to root 2 in the magnitude. You substitute root 2 here. So what happened? Omega square means what happened? 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 into. Substitute here 2 means 6. That means 1 by root 18. That means 0.235 I think. Solve it. I think 0.235. 0.235. So that means here the magnitude is what? Magnitude is what? 0.235. Magnitude is 0.235. Phase at minus 90, magnitude is 0.235. Magnitude 0.235. Frequency √2 radians per second. Okay, na? So now, come on. Now, what is the intersection point? Intersection point with minus 90 degrees equal to 0.235 angle of minus 90. 0.235 angle of minus 90. This is in polar coordinates. This is in polar coordinates. They'll ask in rectangular. How to convert into rectangular? In rectangular, how to write? Rectangular, how to write? Rectangular. How to write? Magnitude into cos theta comma j sin theta. Magnitude into cos theta comma j sin theta. Magnitude into cos theta comma j sin theta. Come on. 0.235 cos of minus 90 becomes 0. Sin of minus 90 minus 1. So minus j1. That means what is the rectangular coordinate? 0 comma minus j 0.235 is the rectangular coordinate. That's all. So this is minus j. Here real part 0 clearly visible. Imaginary part minus j 0.23. This is negative imaginary na minus j 0.235. That's all. That's all. Again, na? Right. Correct. Next. Right. Intersection point with minus 90, not minus 80. Minus 90 we want. Intersection point. Minus 90. Tan A plus tan B. Tan A plus B by 1 minus tan AB na. Tan inverse A plus tan inverse B equal to what? Tan inverse of A plus B divided by 1 minus AB. Same formula, yeah. That formula asking. That is should know. Right, next. See, sometimes, listen, sometimes in the exam they are giving G of S, H of S equal to K by S tau 1 plus 1, S tau 2 plus 1 they are giving. K by S tau 1 plus 1, S tau 2 plus 1. So S tau 2 plus 1 they are giving. So then how to draw the plot? No, same thing. Instead of whole zero form, I taken time constant form. What they are asking, what is the intersection point with minus 90 they are asking. Same procedure you have to solve like this. Then you will get the answer. So be remember better because it is easy to remember also. If you are unable to remember, go by procedure. Automatically you will get the. If you give the numerical, go by procedure. If you give tau 1, tau 2 also, if you solve by same procedure, you will get the answer. It starts at 0 degrees. So magnitude omega 0, what is the magnitude? K. Omega 0, what is the magnitude? K. Where it end? Minus 180 degrees. Here it end. If you draw the plot, you will get the plot like this. This is the direction. Here omega infinity. Magnitude 0. What is the intersection point with minus 90? So here omega equal to 1 by root of tau 1, tau 2 radians per second. What is the magnitude here? K into root of tau 1, tau 2 by tau 1 plus tau 2. This is the magnitude. Be remember this. Omega equal to 1 by root of tau 1, tau 2. Magnitude is K root of tau 1, tau 2 by tau 1 plus tau 2. If you have any doubt, You substitute the just here tau 1 value, tau 2 value and k, same answer you will get. What is tau 1 tell here? Time constant form if you convert. So what is the time constant form tell? Time constant form if you convert. Time constant form. Come on, bolo. GH equal to 2 you have to take it common, 1 you have to take it common, 1 by 2 means 0.5. 0.5 by 1 plus s, 1 plus 0.5 s. That's all. K is 0.5, tau 1 is 1, tau 2 is 0.5. Tau 1 is 1, tau 2 0.5. Come on, substitute here. You will get same answer or not? Tau 1, 1, tau 2 0.5. 1 by root 0.5 equal to root 2. Same answer. Even if substitute, you will get the same answer, 0.235. You cannot be remember this. Next. Draw the polar plot. Come on, do it. For g of s, h of s equal to 1 by s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3. Come on, draw the polar plot. Draw the polar plot. Come on. So what happened? S replaced by j omega. GH of j omega equal to 1 by j omega plus 1, j omega plus 2, j omega plus 3. Magnitude root of omega square plus 1, omega square plus 4, omega square plus 9. Phase angle pi minus tan inverse minus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2 minus tan inverse of omega by 3. Then what is the direction? Clockwise. The direction is clockwise. The direction is clockwise. So now come on, draw the plot. Omega 0. Magnitude is how much? 0 means 1. 1 by root 36 na ante 1 by 6. 1 by 6. Angle 0 degrees. Omega infinity 0. Angle infinity means minus 90, minus 90, minus 90, minus 270. Satisfied our condition. Satisfied our condition. Come on, draw the plot. Come on, draw the plot. Draw the plot. Where it start 0 degrees. Where it end minus 270 degrees. Come on, starting point is 1 by 6. Omega 0. Air magnitude infinity. Omega. What is the direction? Clockwise. Draw in a clockwise direction. Come on, draw the plot. This is the clockwise. Now find the intersection point. You find the intersection point with minus 90 as well as minus 180. It is crossing minus 90, na? Crossing minus 180, na? Find the intersection point. Intersection point means there is no shortcut. Simply go by the what? Angle GH equal to minus 90, angle GH equal to minus 180. Otherwise, you have to remember like this. Like this also formula is there for this. Better go by procedure. How many things you'll remember? It won't take a much time. Find intersection point with minus 90. Come on. Intersection point with minus 90 degrees. Come on. Angle GH of j omega equal to minus 90. Minus tan inverse omega. Minus tan inverse omega by 2. Minus tan inverse omega by 3 is equal to how much? Minus 90 degrees. Now write the answer. Come on. All minus make it plus. Then tan inverse A plus tan inverse B plus tan inverse C formula. A plus B plus C. Or otherwise, first two terms is simplified, then another tan terms is simplified. Tan inverse A plus tan inverse B formula. Tan inverse of A plus B by 1 minus AB like that. Or use directly three terms. Tan inverse A plus tan inverse B plus tan inverse C equal to tan inverse of A plus B plus C minus ABC divided by 1 minus AB plus BC plus CA. So 1 minus AB plus BC plus CA. So now equal to what? 90 degrees. Take tan in other side. You take this tan other side. What happened? Tan 90 becomes what? Infinity. Tan 90 infinity means denominator becomes the 0. Denominator becomes the 0. Infinity na tan 90 becomes infinity. Infinity means denominator 0. That means 1 minus omega square by 2 plus omega square by 6 plus omega square by 3 equal to 0. Equal to 0. Then 1 equal to bolo. What is LCM? 6. Now what I will get? Bolo. Here 2 means 3 omega square plus here omega square plus 2 omega square means what is the answer? 6 omega square by 6 equal to 1. That means what is omega? Omega equal to 1 radian per second. At omega 1 radian per second, then find the magnitude. What is the magnitude at omega 1? Here we written magnitude, na? Substitute omega 1 here. 1 by root 2, root 5, root 10. Come on. Substitute omega 1 here. So substitute 1 by root 2, root 5, root 10. That equal to 0.1. That means intersection point with minus 90 is 0.1 angle of minus 90. Rectangular coordinate is magnitude is 0.1. Cos of minus 90 0. Sin of minus 90 minus j1. That means 0.0 comma minus j 0.1. That's all. 0 comma minus j 0.1 is rectangle. Similarly, you find intersection point with minus 180. Come on. Find intersection point with minus 180. intersection point. Come on, Jalji. Intersection point with minus 180. Any axis, okay, you can find like this. Whatever the axis at whatever the angle, we can find like this intersection point. That's all. We can. So find the intersection points like this. Come on, find it. Tan 90 is infinity, na? Tan 90 infinity. That's why I written here infinity. To get infinity, denominator should be 0. If you want to get the infinity, what is the condition? Yeah? This denominator should be 0, na? This denominator 0. If 0, some value by 0 become infinity. Because tan 90 is infinity. Now 180. Come on. Angle GH of j omega equal to minus 180. So minus 180 equal to same thing, minus tan inverse of omega. Come on, do it. Tell the answer. Tan inverse omega by 2 minus tan inverse omega by 3. All minus, make it plus. So 180 equal to tan inverse of bolo, omega, same thing, omega by 2, omega by 3. I don't solve for remain things. Remain things you should do by yourself. Omega by 3 divided by, procedure is same. 1 minus omega into omega by 2. Omega by 2 into omega by 3. Omega by 3 into omega. Tan 180 0. 0 means numerator 0. That means omega plus omega by 2 plus omega by 3 minus omega cube by 6 equal to 0. Then what I can write? You take LCM here 6. 6 omega plus 3 omega plus 2 omega equal to omega cube by 6. 6 cancel. 11 omega equal to omega cube. Omega equal to root 11 radians per second. Now write the magnitude at omega equal to root 11. That equal to 1 by root 12 into, substitute here, na? Here, 11 means 12, 15, 20. 15, 20. So what is the answer? 1 by 60 will get. So that means intersection point with minus 90 is with minus 180. Minus 180 is what? 1 by 60 angle of minus 180. Rectangular. So 1 by 60. Bolo cos minus 180 minus 1. Sin minus 180 0. That means answer is minus 1 by 60 comma J0. Minus 1 by 60 comma J0. Now we will indicate in the diagram. That means here we got it what? Omega 1. Magnitude 0.1. Here we got it what? Omega root 11. And here we got magnitude is 1 by 60. Remember this intersection points, especially intersection point with minus 180, remember. Okay, because same problem I'll solve in the Nyquist plots for the range of k value. To find range of k value, this problem again I'll solve in the Nyquist plot, but I don't find the intersection points. So you be remember the intersection points with what? Minus 180, especially minus 180, remember. Okay, na? So that directly we can discuss how to find range of k value. Okay. So like this, you have to find the intersection points. Okay. So next, anywhere you are getting doubt about intersection point, just find it. Omega is real, then it is valid. Omega is imaginary, then it is invalid. Omega in case imaginary, it is not valid. Omega is real, then it is valid. So in case general term, if I take, if in case I'll take the general term, that is k by s tau 1 plus 1, s tau 2 plus 1, s tau 3 plus 1. Zero degrees. What is the magnitude? Here k. Where it end? Minus 270. Same thing. Draw the plot. Here magnitude k. Omega minus 180. So here what happened? This is omega equal to 1 by root of tau 1 tau 2 plus tau 2 tau 3 plus tau 3 tau 1 radians per second. There is no magnitude. Only frequencies are given in the book. One magnitude is this should be substituted in the magnitude of this. That will become very big calculation. That's why no book is given about the what magnitude. Once you find the frequency, substitute in the what magnitude, automatically will that omega value substitute in the magnitude, automatically will get the answer. Okay, na? Next, with minus 180, omega equal to with this. Omega equal to root of tau 1 plus tau 2 plus tau 3 divided by tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 radians per second. Tau 1, tau 2, tau 3 radians per second. So this is the what? Omega values. Be remember, so that directly can get the omega, then we can substitute in the magnitude, then we can get the answer. Okay? So take the break. Take the break. After the break, we'll continue. Okay? Next problem. Right. Here 0. Right. Next problem. So what is the conclusion? Tell. First, last 3 problems, if you observed or not. When I take n, for example, k by s tau 1 plus 1, if I take n, gh equal to in case, what happened? Tell. It starts at 0 degrees with the magnitude of k, end at this point. So 0 degrees only it starts. Same. End at minus 90. In case I taken 2 finite poles, this is for 1. This is for 1. If I take 2 finite poles, then it starts here and then end at where? Minus 180 like this. Minus 180. End at minus 180. This is 2. So this is for what? 2. So if I put one more finite pole, s tau 3 plus 1. Start at the same, but end at what? Minus 270. That means what is the conclusion? Tell. The addition of each finite pole, shift the ending angle by minus 90 degrees. Minus 90 ending angle only shifting by minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. The addition of each finite pole, shift the ending angle by minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. The addition of each finite pole shift the ending angle by minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. Okay, na? Next, I'll take poles at origin. Next, poles at origin will take. Come on, solve it. Draw the polar plot for 1 by s into s plus 1. I'll go on add poles at origin. Come on, get the answer. Come on, Guruji. Right. One pole means it shift by minus 90. Pole go on, add it, shift by minus 90 like that. Come on, do it. S replaced by j omega. GH of j omega equal to 1 by j omega into j omega plus 1. Magnitude 1 by omega into root of omega square plus 1. Phase angle minus 90 minus tan inverse of omega. Direction clockwise. omega 0 magnitude infinity angle minus 90. Omega infinity magnitude 0 angle minus 180. Our condition satisfied. Now draw the plot. Now draw the plot. So this is minus 180. This is minus 90. So at omega 0, where it starts till minus 90 like this. Omega 0, it starts at minus 90. Omega 0, it starts at minus 90. Magnitude of what? Infinity. Infinity means you can put the dotted lines. But minus 90 means you may get a doubt, you may draw like this side also. But what is the direction? Clockwise. Clockwise means this side. You should draw toward the left. That's why I drawn toward the left. Where it end? Minus 180. If you draw the plot, now it start at minus 90. Parallel to minus 90, you have to draw. Whenever you draw parallel to that angle, that indicates that it is coming from infinity. Parallel to some axis means that is coming from infinity. The plot is coming from infinity. It intersect minus 90 degrees at infinity. Then moves towards the minus 180, end at minus 180. Moves towards minus 180, end at minus 180. What is the direction? Clockwise. This is the plot. But this is called approx. Here, what is the magnitude? Infinity. Here, what is the magnitude? 0. So this is approximated plot, second priority. Approximated plot. Second priority is approximated plot. Why it is approximated means at omega equal to 0, what is the real coordinate? What is the real coordinate? Here magnitude infinity means what? Root of real square plus imaginary square. Na? In rectangular, magnitude how we will write in a rectangle, in a polar coordinate? Root of real part square plus imaginary part square. That should be equal to infinity. Then this infinity because of real part or imaginary part? Because of real part or imaginary part? So real part is looking like finite. But our real part looking like 0. Imaginary part is infinity. But real part, what is the real part value? Is it really 0? Or is it minus 1? Is it minus 10? That we don't know. Exact means nothing. You have to find the rectangular coordinate at omega equal to 0. Because with respect to polar coordinates, it looks like it starts at a real part of 0. But that is not correct. So it is correct only according to polar, it is correct. But according to rectangular gives the exact point where it is starting. That's why we have to find the rectangular coordinates at omega equal to 0. We require to find the rectangular coordinates at omega equal to 0. Find the rectangular coordinates at omega equal to 0. So, how to find rectangular coordinate? You have to do the rationalization. So, you have to do the rationalization. Rationalization. One by j omega 1 plus j omega. Multiply and divide with 1 minus j omega. multiply and divide with 1 minus j omega. Multiply and divide with 1 minus j omega. So what we will get earlier? Come on. Because rationalization, na? So what I can write? 1 minus j omega divided by j omega into 1 plus omega square. 1 by j become minus j. Minus j into 1 minus j omega divided by omega into 1 plus omega. Now, come on. Then what we do? So here what happened? Separate real and imaginary part. Minus minus plus j square means minus 1. So that means minus omega by 1 plus omega into, yes or no? Make it separate real and imaginary. Yeah? Minus minus plus j square means minus. So minus omega by omega into 1 plus omega square is real part. Then minus j, minus 1 into minus j means minus j by omega into 1 plus omega square. Omega cancel. Minus 1 by 1 plus omega square. Minus j by omega into 1 plus omega square. Omega 0. Bolo. What is the magnitude omega 0 means? Omega 0. What is the real part? Minus 1. What is imaginary part? Minus j infinity. Omega 0 means real part is minus 1, but here looking like real part 0. That's why you have to find the rectangular coordinate. This is the rectangular coordinates at omega equal to 0. Now draw the plot. How to draw the plot? At omega 0, it should have a x coordinate is minus 1, y coordinate is minus infinity. So x coordinate, this is x equal to minus 1. X equal to minus 1. So here at omega equal to 0, this is minus 90. At omega equal to 0, the x coordinate is minus 1. So that means at omega 0, the polar plot should be start with a straight line of x equal to minus 1. Then it should move towards minus 180. Then it should be end at minus 180 with the magnitude of 0. So this is the problem. At omega 0, the x coordinate is minus 1. That's all. X coordinate is minus 1. So what I can say? At omega equal to 0, x coordinate minus 1, y coordinate is minus infinity. This is called exact. First priority. Exact plot. First priority. But in the exam, either you observed or not, you observe the exam, 99% they are giving only approximated. Most of the time they are giving approximated only. Rare cases they are giving the what exact. At omega equal to 0, the polar plot asymptotic to the straight line of x equal to minus 1. At omega equal to 0, at omega equal to 0, the polar plot, the polar asymptotic means approximately. Asymptotic to the straight line of x equal to minus 1. At omega equal to 0, the polar plot asymptotic to the straight line of x equal to -1. It starts at x equal to -1 at omega equal to 0. Generally here they are asking two variety of questions here. They are asking two variety of questions here on this exact plot generally. What are that means? Listen. G of s, h of s equal to like k by s tau, s into s tau plus 1. One form they are asking. If I take this, if I draw a plot at omega equal to 0, what is the x coordinate means? Y is infinity, no doubt. What is x coordinate means? Minus k tau. Minus k tau. Here omega 0. Add here. This is the plot. Next, in case they'll give the other form they are asking is this is minus k tau. For example, in the previous problem, what is k? 1. What is tau? 1. That's why it is minus 1. In case they ask k by s into s tau 1 plus 1, s tau 2 plus 1. This is at omega equal to 0. X coordinate is minus k tau 1 plus tau 2. Draw the plot. This is the plot. So be remember this two. Okay. So minus k tau 1 plus tau 2. Only these two forms they are asking sometimes in the exam, so that no need to do the rationalization. They will ask x coordinate, the polar plot asymptotic to the straight line of x equal to, they will ask. Simply substitute k and tau values, then you will get the answer. Okay, na? Next problem. Next problem. So g of s, h of s equal to 1 by s square into s tau plus 1. Come on, do it. Come on, do it. S replaced by j omega. 1 by 1 by omega square root of j omega plus 1. Write the phase angle. Minus 180 minus tan inverse omega. What is the direction? Clockwise. Direction clockwise. Omega 0, magnitude infinity, phase angle minus 180. Omega infinity 0, angle minus 2. Draw the plot. Now draw the plot. Come on. Where it starts? Minus 270. Sorry, minus 180. It starts at minus 180. Where it ends? Minus 270. At omega equal to 0, what is the magnitude? Infinity. So like this, start at minus 180, magnitude of infinity. Where it ends? Minus 270. Here omega infinity, magnitude is 0. So now what happened? Parallel to minus 180 because infinity magnitude. Then end at what? Minus 270. End at what? Minus 270. This is the plot. End at minus 270. Clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Next, come on. But this is what? Second priority. For this only, it can remain things, I'll draw approximate only because most of the cases, they are asking only approximated. Second priority. Second priority, approximate. So why it is approximate, I told already. Because at omega equal to 0, we are not represented exact x coordinate and y coordinate. So represent the xy coordinate at omega equal to 0. Come on. Come on, represent it. XY coordinate at omega 0. What you will get? Anybody? See, whenever more than one pole at origin is there, then both you will get infinity, infinity. Both you will get infinity, infinity. Okay, na? Whenever more than two poles are there, more than two poles are there, then both you will get the what? Infinity, infinity. Magnitude means no sign, aya. Guruji, magnitude means no sign. How will write minus omega square? Then we don't call it as magnitude. Right. So now rationalization. 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 Come on, bolo. 1 by j omega whole square into 1 plus j omega. Multiply 1 plus j omega into 1 minus j omega. Come on, do the rationalization. 1 minus j omega divided by minus omega square into 1 plus omega square. Then come on, this equal to minus 1 by omega square into 1 plus omega square. Minus minus become plus, so plus j omega by omega square into 1 plus omega square. Omega, omega cancel. That means minus 1 by omega square into 1 plus omega square plus j by omega into 1 plus omega square. 1 plus omega square. Now tell omega 0 minus infinity plus j infinity. So that means x coordinate also infinity, y coordinate also infinity. Now draw the exact plot. Come on. You draw the exact plot. Both are infinity only. But starting angle minus 180. Ending angle minus 270. Both are infinity, infinity. It should be end here. Omega infinity. Magnitude 0. Now tell infinity, infinity. Means it not, don't draw like this diagonal. It should be parallel to minus, it should be start in the middle region like this. Here omega 0 parallel to minus 180 should be there. Parallel to minus 180, then moves towards the minus 270 and then end become 0. Like this. Goes towards minus 270 and then make equal to 0. That's all. This is the what? Exact plot. Exact. First priority. In the options, they don't give both. If you give both, you select this only. Exact only select. They don't give both. Either they'll give approximate or they'll give exact. Okay? So simple logic. First draw approximate. Then after drawing approximate, simply the omega 0 point is then that you bring to the middle part. That's all. Once it comes to middle what? Like this, the plot becomes like this. Na? Same thing. The plot becomes like this. Then it becomes exact. Draw first approximate. It is there, select. If not there, just bring into middle part. When there are more than or equal to 2 poles are there. Generally, more than or equal to 2 poles are there means if you do the rationalization, both you will get the infinity. Both you will get the infinity. So, in that case, first draw approximate. If you have any doubt, if that option not matches, bring to middle and then select the answer. That's all. Okay. Now onwards, I'll draw only approximated. I don't draw exact. Okay, na? Okay, na? Right. Here there is no tau. There is no intersection points. How will get tau? Even tau is there. Where it is intersecting. Here tau. Remove the tau. What is there? Here tau. Put it here tau. Tau. The solution will be same. Remove the tau. No problem. Tau equal to 1 you consider. Next. Next problem. Come on, solve it. GH of S equal to 1 by S cube into S plus 1. Come on, we'll conclude this problem. First I taken 1 by S into S plus 1. Next I taken 1 by S square into S plus 1. Now 1 by S cube into S plus 1. Come on. Now come on. Magnitude you write. S replaced by J omega. GH of J omega equal to 1 by J omega whole cube into S plus 1. Magnitude 1 by omega cube into root of omega square plus 1. Phase angle minus 270 minus tan inverse omega. What is the direction? Clockwise. The direction is clockwise. Come on, draw the plot. Draw approximate. We don't want exact. Omega 0, infinity, minus 270. Omega infinity 0, minus 360. Satisfied. Start at minus 270. Minus 360. Give the direction. That's all. Start at minus 270 and at minus 360. Want exact, shift to this side. That's all, like this. It will become the exact. Now what is the conclusion? Tell. First I taken 1 by S I taken. 1 by S into S plus 1 I taken. When I taken 1 by S into S plus 1, how we got? It started at minus 90. Start here minus 90. End at what? Minus 270. End at what? Minus 270. Like this. This is the plot. So clockwise. Next, start at minus 180. End at minus 270. So start 3 poles at origin. This is for 2 poles at origin. This is for 1 pole at origin. 3 poles at origin means start here. This is for 3 poles at origin. In case 4 poles at origin, start at minus 360, no doubt. End at 540. Don't write minus 90, 540 it should be. So 6 poles, same plot you will get if you more than 4 poles at origin is there. That means even we cannot differentiate the polar plots even for the what 2, 3 transfer functions, same polar plot you will get. For example, this plot is there, same polar plot for 1 by s into minus s minus 1. We'll draw it. Same polar plot for this also. We'll draw it. So that means we cannot identify the what? The polar plot for which transfer function it is. But we can identify, but Nyquist plot is different. Polar plots may be same, but Nyquist plot is different. Polar plot is 50% of the plot. That's why we are unable to differentiate the polar plot for even two different transfer functions. For 2 different transfer functions, the polar plot may be same. We cannot identify. That's why any question comes. So if you use the polar plot, if you ask the transfer function is, then check the from option to question. Option A, starting angle, ending angle, omega 0, omega infinity, and direction check and select the answer. So option A, option B, option C, option D. 4 options you have to observe, and then we have to select the answer. So what is the conclusion here? Tell. As the 1 pole at origin increases, the total plot shifted by minus 90. 1 more pole added, total plot shifted by minus 90. Still added, total plot shifted by minus 90. Still added, total plot shifted by minus 90. That means the addition of each pole at origin shift the total plot by minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. The addition of each pole at origin shift the total plot by minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. That's all. Next problem. GH of S equal to, now I'll take finite zeros. S plus 1 by S cube. Come on, jaldi. S plus 1 by S cube. Come on. Draw it. S replaced by J omega. So GH of J omega equal to j omega plus 1 by j omega whole cube. Magnitude root of omega square plus 1 by omega cube. Phase angle minus 270 plus tan inverse omega. What is the direction? Anti-clockwise, because positive tan. You should not see the constant angle sign. Never see the constant angle sign. You see the only tan term sign. So positive tan, anti-clockwise. Omega 0 infinity, angle minus 270. Omega infinity, magnitude 0, angle minus 180. Satisfied. Omega 0, omega infinity 0, omega infinity 0. Angle is minus 180. Angle is minus 180. Minus 180. Come on, draw the plot. So where it is starting? Minus 270. Where it is ending? Minus 180. What is the direction? Anti-clockwise, like this. Direction anti-clockwise है यहाँ. Here omega 0. Here omega infinity. Come on, similarly solve the one more problem. Come on, GH of S equal to S plus 1, S plus 2 by S cube. Come on, get the answer. Make it fast. How much? Come on. Do it. So S replaced by J omega. GH of J omega equal to J omega plus 1. J omega plus 2 divided by J omega whole cube. Magnitude root of omega square plus 1. Omega square plus 4 divided by omega cube. Phase angle minus 270 plus tan inverse omega plus tan inverse omega by 2. Tan inverse omega by 2. Positive tan, anti-clockwise direction. Positive tan, anti-clockwise direction. Omega 0, infinity, minus 270. Omega infinity 0, then minus 90. Come on, draw the plot. Where it starts, minus 270. Where it ends, minus 90. It should be end here. What is the direction? Anti-clockwise. Here omega 0. You can find here intersection point with minus 180, but not required. You do in yourself. If you want to find intersection point with minus 180, you will get it. Same steps you follow. Anti-clockwise. What do you observe here? One finite 0 starting minus 270, ending minus 180. Two finite zeros, ending is shifted what? Plus 90 degrees. Each finite zero shift the ending angle by plus 90 degrees. Take one more zero for example. Take one more zero for example. Take it. GH of S equal to, come on, S plus 1, S plus 2, S plus 3 divided by S cube. Come on, Guruji, come on. What happened? S replaced by J omega. GH of J omega equal to J omega plus 1, J omega plus 2, J omega plus 3 divided by omega cube. Root of omega square plus 1, omega square plus 4, omega square plus 9 divided by omega cube. Phase angle minus 270 plus tan inverse omega plus tan inverse omega by 2 plus tan inverse omega by 3. Direction anti-clockwise. Omega 0, magnitude infinity, phase angle minus 270. Omega infinity like L'Hospital rule, because numerator order, denominator order same. So magnitude 1. Apply L'Hospital rule, you will get it. So 0. Satisfied our condition. Now draw the plot. Start at minus 270. End at magnitude 1. Like this. Give the direction. This is the plot. So what is the conclusion tell? The addition of each finite zero, what happened? Shift the ending angle by plus 90 degrees in the anti-clockwise direction. Each finite zero shifting plus 90 in the anti-clockwise direction. That means what happened? Because one finite zero minus 180, two finite zero minus 3 finite zeros, 0 degrees. This is 0 degrees. Shifting plus 90, plus 90, plus 90. So what is the conclusion? The addition of each finite zero shift the ending angle by plus 90 degrees. Finite poles, finite zeros, they'll shift to only ending angle. Poles, zeros at origin shift the total plot. Poles at origin, complete plot shifted. Even zero at origin, complete plot shifted. For example, next one you do it. Next one, you draw it. G of S, H of S equal to S. Only S. Come on, try karo. Only S. Right. It is high pass filter, yeah. It is high pass, only zeros at origin. High pass filter, go by procedure, that's all. Zero at origin means standard procedure. Standard procedure. Or S replaced by j omega. GH of j omega equal to j omega. Magnitude equal to omega. Phase angle is plus 90. Omega 0. What is the magnitude? 0. Angle plus 90. Omega infinity. What is the magnitude? Infinity. Angle plus 90. Automatically what? Our condition not satisfied. Not satisfied means standard procedure. Standard procedure. So standard procedure means nothing to do extra. Middle frequencies, calculate 1 or 2 frequencies. Omega 1, omega 5, or 2, 3 frequencies, magnitude and phase. These values are correct only. 0 and infinity correct. Middle frequencies also calculate magnitude and phase. At middle frequencies also calculate magnitude and phase. Omega 1 means 1 angle of plus 90. Omega 5 means 5 angle of plus 90. 10 means 10 angle of plus 90. Now draw the polar plot. So plus 90 degrees. Plus 90 degrees. Omega 0. Omega 0. Magnitude 0. Omega 0. Magnitude is 0. At where? Plus 90. Next, omega 1. Magnitude is 1. Omega 1. Magnitude also 1. At where? Plus 90. Omega 5. Magnitude is 5. At plus 90. Omega 10. Magnitude 10. At plus 90. Omega infinity. Magnitude infinity. So this is the plot. This is the direction. This is the polar plot. Whenever, listen, this is simply angle axis. Whenever the transfer function not consists any finite pole, any finite zero, generally it is straight line only. You'll get the straight line. No finite pole, no finite zeros means it is a straight line. Simple logic. Pi is independent of frequency. Pi is independent of frequency. Independent of omega. Hence, polar plot is straight line. Hence, polar plot is straight line. Along the axis. Along the angle axis. Pi is independent of omega. Hence, the polar plot is straight line along the angle axis. Along the angle axis. Right. So simply one more conclusion is whenever transfer function not consists any finite pole, any finite zero, then the polar plot is nothing but a straight line along the angle axis. Whenever transfer function consists, whenever transfer function consists only poles at origin or only zeros at origin. Only zeros at origin. origin, then polar plot is, then the polar plot is straight line. Straight line along the angle axis. Along the angle axis. S means plus 90, simply plus 90 degrees. S square means plus 180. For example, draw for S square. GH of S equal to S square. S square means what? Plus 180. Simply plus 180 degrees like this. This is plus 180. Direction is away, high pass filter. Na? This is S square. Next, S cube. Come on, do it. What is the angle for S cube? What is the angle for S cube? Plus 270. Direction is away. This is for S cube. Here omega 0. What is the conclusion tell? The addition of each 0 at origin, shifting plus 90, total plot shifting, plus 90 to plus 180, plus 180 to plus 270, total plot is shifting. So what is the conclusion we can write? The addition of each 0 at origin shift to total plot by plus 90 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, na? Next, one more problem is solve. Come on, GH of S equal to 1 by S. Already we solved this problem. Still solve one more time. GH of S equal to 1 by S. Come on, do 1 by S square, 1 by S cube. One by S square, 1 by S cube, 1 by S. 1 by S square, 1 by S cube. Come on, draw it. S replaced by J omega. GH of J omega equal to 1 by J omega. Magnitude 1 by omega. Phase angle minus 90. Omega 0 infinity minus 90. Omega infinity 0 minus 90. So satisfied our condition. Simply straight line because pi is independent of minus 90 degrees. Simply minus 90. But what is the direction? 0 means infinity. So it starts at infinity. Magnitude infinity. End at where? Omega infinity. So magnitude 0. This is the plot. The direction. This is for 1 by S. Next, do it for 1 by S square. Simply directly I'll write magnitude y all these things. Or directly draw it 1 by s square minus 180 degrees. Simply minus 180 degrees line. But the plot is direction is into the origin. 1 by s square. So this is minus 180. Omega 0. This is omega infinity. 1 by s cube minus 270. This is minus 270. This is the direction. Here omega 0, omega infinity. So the plot what happened? Into the origin. So what is the conclusion? The already given conclusion. The addition of pole at origin shift the total plot by minus 90 degrees in the what? Anti-clockwise, minus 90 degrees in the clockwise direction. Next, we have to solve for finite pole as well as finite zeros. We'll solve another two problems now. Okay? We'll solve another two problems, then we'll close. Okay, na? Homework you will do. Homework. Next, two problems. Small problems only. G of s, h of s. Here I am including finite pole as well as finite zero. Like this. S plus 1 by s cube into s plus 2. S replaced by j omega. Gh of j omega equal to j omega plus 1 by j omega whole cube into j omega plus 2. Magnitude root of omega square plus 1 by omega cube root of omega square plus 4. Phase angle is minus 270 plus tan inverse omega minus tan inverse omega by 2. So now what is the direction here? Positive tan is there, negative tan is there. Whenever positive and negative tan is there, then we have to use the starting and ending direction. We have to use the starting and ending direction. We have to use the starting and ending direction. So starting direction bolo. SDA means starting direction. So positive tan large. So that means what is the direction? Anti-clockwise. Omega larger than omega by 2. Positive tan anti-clockwise. Ending direction. For ending direction, we have to count it. One positive, one negative. That means ending direction not exist. You have to draw with only starting direction. Next, omega 0. Magnitude infinity. Angle minus 270. Omega infinity. 0. Angle minus 270. Satisfied. Now draw the plot. So what happened? It is starting at minus 270 only. Ending also minus 270 only. Here only ending. Ending also minus 270 only. Here is ending. Minus 270 only. Starting also minus. What is the direction? Anti-clockwise means this side. So this is omega 0. It moves towards anti-clockwise direction, but end at minus 270 only like this. It will move anti-clockwise direction, end at minus 271. It is not a straight line of minus 270. Why? Because pi is not independent of omega. Pi is not independent of omega. That's why the direction it will give. With respect to omega, the plot moves the shift will start because positive tan is larger than negative tan. Positive tan large means it pushes towards the what anti-clockwise direction. If you have any doubts, substitute omega equal to 1, check the angle. The angle is less negative than minus 270. It's just substitute omega equal to 1, find the angle around minus 250 will get. Minus 250 means which side? Here, it is not the straight line. So that's why simply positive tan is large, so that the plot push into the what? Anti-clockwise direction. Okay, na? Similarly, solve this problem. Last problem. S plus 2 by S cube into S plus 1. Come on, jaldi after this. We'll close. Last problem. Come on. Magnitude you tell. Root of omega square plus 4 by omega cube into root of omega square plus 1. Phase angle you tell. Minus 270 minus tan inverse omega plus tan inverse omega by 2. Same thing now. Don't draw the polar plots by using type and order like some textbooks. BS Monkey in some textbooks, they used to draw type and order. According to type and order, these two problems are same, but plots are not same. That's why don't follow type and order procedure. Then what happened? What is the starting direction? Negative tan large. That means direction is what? Direction is clockwise. Negative tan large, direction is clockwise. Ending direction not exist. Ending direction. One positive and one negative not exist. Omega 0, infinity, minus 270. Omega infinity 0 minus 270. Come on, draw it. It starts at minus 270. Always negative angle is more. So it pushed towards the clockwise direction. But end at what? Minus 270 only. End at minus 270 only. Omega infinity. This is the plot. Don't draw like this, Aya. Don't draw like this. It is not touching the what? Minus 360, touching minus 270 only. Dekho here at the ending angle. Dekho, clearly observe. Clearly observe at the plot at omega infinity. It is moving to only towards minus 271. Okay, I'll close here. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow, try to close this chapter. Still the poles in the right, zeros in the right, exponential terms. Still finite pole, finite zeros terms are there. This type problems, still it is there. Tomorrow I'll discuss. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Sri Charan.
Hello, sir.
Tell.
Sir, in 19F, sir. Sir, here we need to find the intersection point, sir.
You find it. What is wrong?
Again, 21F, sir. And another.
Anything you can find intersection point.
Sir, here how we can tell anti-clockwise or clockwise, sir?
Which direction? What is the here? Minus 90, minus 180. Means which direction it went?
Okay.
Okay, na?
It is clockwise now, sir.
Clockwise only.
Okay.
Addition of pole is clockwise. Addition of zero anti-clockwise.
Okay, sir.
Abdul.
Sir, last 20 second. సార్ ఇది మనం -270 తీసుకున్నాం కదా, అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ డైరెక్షన్ -10 ఎలా తీసుకున్నారు సార్? ఇది అర్థం కాలేదు. ఇది +10 అంటే ఎన్ని అంటే స్టార్టింగ్ మనం ఇది 0 తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి +10, అది +10.
0. You observe here which tan is large, omega large or omega by 2 large?
ఒమేగా.
Omega which tan, positive or negative?
పాజిటివ్.
That's all.
ఓకే. చెక్ చేశారు. ఓకే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు -10 ఉంటే క్లాక్ వైస్.
That's all.
ఓకే.
Krishna Vamshidhar.
Hello, sir.
Tell.
Sir, I have a little doubt to take omega 0 and omega infinity points. Where to take? Like tip
Substitute
of the
simply
axis.
omega 0 here.
Sir, in the 20F, sir.
This is 20F.
Yes, sir. Here omega 0 is taken at the center, no, sir. And
Always omega 0 center only. That is midpoint now. Omega 0. 0 where it is?
Like in the some other graph we took like at the end of
Here
the
omega 0 you tell. Where you want to take omega 0?
like,
magnitude 0 now. Omega 0 means magnitude 0.
Okay.
0 point where it will be?
At the center.
That's all.
Okay. Depends on the magnitude we have to take.
Depends on the magnitude you have to take.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all.
Venkatesh. Venkatesh. Tell.
ఫస్ట్ పేజ్ లో
First page. Tell.
సార్ ఇక్కడ 1/s ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్, ఒక ప్లాట్ గీయమని. సెకండ్ పేజ్ 1/s. ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం
ఇదే దిస్ ఓన్లీ.
ఇక్కడ ఒమేగా 0 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు యాంగిల్ 0 రాదా సార్?
Angle constant kada, independent of frequency. Dekho here. What is pi? What is pi? Angle of j omega how much?
-9.
That's all.
హలో.
Correct only. -90 only. Na angle of j omega. It is independent of frequency na.
Yes sir.
That's all.
Sir.
Any more? Abdul.
సార్ లాస్ట్ పేజ్ లో అది ఇట్ సైడ్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారు సార్? 22nd దాంట్లో
అరే డైరెక్షన్ అయ్యా, క్లాక్ వైజ్ యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయి. ఇదేం డైరెక్షన్? వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ డైరెక్షన్?
యాంటీ క్లాక్ వైజ్.
వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ డైరెక్షన్?
క్లాక్ వైజ్.
దట్స్ ఆల్.
ఓకే.
అమోఘా.
Sir, last page only, sir. Ending point, how we are taking, sir?
Ending point means what? Omega infinity.
Yes, sir.
Omega infinity, what is the magnitude? You substitute here omega infinity.
1/infinity. Then
1/infinity means how much?
0.
That's all.
No, 1 and -1 how?
1 positive tantum, 1 negative tantum. 1 and I told ending direction. What I told? Count the number of positive and negative tantums. How many positive tan is there here?
1 positive time.
How many negative?
1 negative.
That's all. That is the procedure I told na.
Okay, okay, sir. Here.
That's all.